Oh no, Malachi's fallen asleep.
No.
Wake up.
You're tickling him.
Chicken.
Harlow Judah smells like chicken.
Yeah.
You smell like chicken, man.
Yeah.
He's 3 weeks old, so I'm 3 weeks postpartum. I've been having emotional breakdowns every day postpartum, and Kurt was like, you should vlog this. Rude. I've been on Instagram story a lot sharing my honest journey with like postpartum the 3rd time round, and I agree. I think it's important to put this situation on YouTube because I share all the best times of my life, and this isn't the worst. The whole 3 weeks I've really been struggling, so I'm just gonna share an update, life updates. We're gonna put up the Christmas. Oh, you're done. You're done here. Look,
No,
he's not crying,
he's
guys.
not crying.
I
He's
have
not vomiting.
I have a lot to
Good
update
job.
you on, but basically this is the first day that he is eyes open and not screaming. We have a lot to update them on, but
Looks like he's smiling, man.
I need to shower because I stink. If you are a breastfeeding mother, you know the pheromones are
Yeah,
pheromoning.
yeah.
How's my rash look today?
Good.
Doesn't feel great.
Oh, looks fine.
Saying I look pretty?
Yeah, you always look pretty.
Don't.
Don't not cry.
Yesterday I would cry. I've cried like 7 times every day.
Yeah.
Today I feel like a new person. I don't want to get excited though, because I'm like,
don't.
last night could have been you can't just let me ride this
No,
wave.
no, don't get excited. Don't. Then your hopes will be crushed when.
Then I'll
tomorrow-
really get postpartum.
Tonight's a hard one.
If it's dairy and garlic, I can go off that forever. We can ride this out together, okay? Mini Kurt, seriously.
You reckon?
Yes, it's like mini Kurt, but Kurt as an old man.
Do
Shower
that,
time. You
scratch
take
the lens.
baby.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
do shower time.
All right.
First order of conduct, rash update, because I kept saying, I'm so excited to give birth because as soon as I push this baby out, this rash is gonna leave. By rash, I'm talking about my perioral dermatitis. I've suffered with perioral dermatitis for around 11 years. I get it like once a year, and I always get it when I'm pregnant. Both times with my older boys, once I give birth, it clears. This time, not so much. It's definitely linked to my hormones, and because this has been one of my toughest postpartum sleep deprivation periods, I just don't think my skin has time to heal. So a week postpartum, it was so bad. I'll put some photos in here. It was itchy, irritated. Not only did it look bad, but like the feeling was consuming me. So I went to the doctor. He gave me a prescription for oral antibiotics, but I also asked for a topical one because at this point, Harlow was super unsettled and I just didn't want to be taking oral antibiotics and it go through to my milk. And anyway, I tried to avoid taking antibiotics at all costs, unless it's like super necessary and I'm like, you know, need it. This is what I'm doing so far. I thought it was working 3 days ago, but now I feel like it's flaring up again. I don't know. If last night is any indication of our future, maybe Harlow will start sleeping and I can start sleeping a little bit, like even 2-hour increments would be amazing. I'm starting off with Amperna. So many of you guys recommended this brand and I actually tried it years ago when I was pregnant with Fox and it didn't work for me, but people with perioral dermatitis rave about this, so I'm using this spray. And then I go in with this topical antibiotic called Rosex. If you have been on like perioral dermatitis TikTok, you would have seen this. And like I said, I thought it was working, but I don't know, this rash is just like another thing on my plate that I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. And then this Amperna moisturizer. I wouldn't say this is responding great with my actual skin. Like my skin isn't loving it, but I'm just praying that it's gonna help clear this rash because it's just frustrating me. If you see me around, just call me Rash Girl because that's how I identify right now. As I said, I'm 3 weeks postpartum. So originally I was wearing these nappies from Flow Women. I wore these for like a week and a half, maybe nearly 2 weeks. And then I moved on to the Tom's pads. I've only got one left. And now I'm on to liners because some days I don't bleed at all and then other days I get this random gush of like fresh blood. It like catches you by surprise because I keep thinking I'm finished bleeding for like 2 days and then randomly I'll get like period blood again. So I'm just finally wearing like normal undies and just putting a liner on. Honestly, for the first few weeks of like postpartum life, I could not even care less what I wear. It just has to be practical because I feed so often. So usually it's like an oversized shirt or a button-up shirt. This is just a bralette from Cotton On Body because I feel it's like really easy to pull to the side. Then I just have these little like nursing covers that I just put inside because my letdown is crazy. So honestly, this outfit, it's giving activewear mixed with accessibility. Okay. Shh. Morning. All right, so every morning again, I'm doing my Glow Powder by the Beauty Chef, vitamin C, and then I just ran out of the Metagenics probiotic, which I usually use. I'll put that one here. That's like another breastfeeding one. But one of my friends actually recommended this one to me. It's again like a breastfeeding friendly one. So I have that, and I also bought the baby version of it, which I've been giving him like 3 drops. So I'm having this morning.
That's all yours. You need to give me some money, bruh.
Do you guys sell coffee?
Yeah. I have coconut.
Coconut milk, great. Can I get a coconut flat white, please? How much?
$50.
$50 for a coffee?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. My name's Sarah, so just call me when you're ready. Yeah, no cheese, no milk.
Do you want some egg on it?
Yeah, egg would be awesome.
Sarah!
Oh, yeah, that's me. Thank you so much.
I didn't put any cheese on.
Thank you. That looks delicious. I just realized that Kurt is actually leaving me for the first time with the 3 boys. He has to go and interview someone, like a potential new role for House of Groms. But if there's any day over the past 3 weeks that I feel like I can do it, it's today because I've actually had a little bit of sleep. But let's have my coffee. Harlow is asleep and I'll give you a little life update of like what's been going on. So obviously the last vlog you guys saw was my birth vlog, and I feel so grateful, especially now that I had a good birth and like a good physical recovery. It's my first birth ever that I haven't teared. But usually like with my boys, I get like the first night after they're born, they just sleep because they're like, whoa, the chaos of birth. They sleep for like 5 hours and you get that little bit of recovery time post-birth. Harlow didn't do that. They said because my pushing was so quick. Basically when you push a baby out, all the mucus gets pushed out of their nose, their mouth, whatever. He just came out so quickly that he didn't get that like push out mucus phase. So the whole first night he was vomiting and like spitting up mucus, which is normal, but because of everything that happened with Malachi, basically we were in hospital with him multiple times over the first like 8 months of his life. He would choke on his vomit and stop breathing, and we had to do CPR twice. So I obviously have a little bit of like PTSD from that. So if I hear my baby vomiting or like spitting up, I just go into fight or flight. I like sit up, I'm turning them to the side, making sure they're getting it out. So that first night, it was just like I was up the whole night making sure he was getting all the mucus out, just like praying he didn't stop breathing like Malachi did. Anyway, after that, things just like didn't get better. He just started vomiting up every feed. And it wasn't like projectile vomit, it was just constant vomiting. You feed on demand for like the first 12 weeks. You don't really put your baby into a routine. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. And for the first 12 weeks, you are completely surrendering to whatever your baby wants to do. So I'm feeding every 3 hours, every 2 hours. But for the first week, he just cluster fed every single night. And cluster feeding is basically when they want to feed every hour, every 15 minutes, every 20 minutes. And when they're a newborn, you have to go with the flow. Like it's not like you can't overfeed a newborn in that sense. All my boys cluster fed, but they cluster fed for like 1 night. We had a full week where I was just feeding him for 7 hours straight. I don't know, like it was either him just like prepping my body or just like getting my milk supply in, whatever it was, or just like comforting himself because he was in discomfort. I ended up having like a psychotic episode on the last night of cluster feeding because I'm telling you, I was up for 7 hours in the night and not really sleeping in the day because he was screaming. I started hyperventilating. I couldn't breathe. It was really scary. And I even said to Kurt, like, I'm not feeding him anymore. I can't do it. Like I've never felt like that towards my newborn or like my situation. It was really scary. And I've never been that sleep deprived in my life. With like 2 crazy boys in the day and Harlow cluster feeding for 7 hours straight, it just absolutely took its toll on me. The cluster feeding subsided, but then the vomiting increased. So after every feed, he would vomit until the next feed. Like it wasn't like all babies vomit and like spit up a little bit, but this was like nothing I'd seen with my other boys. Fox had silent reflux, so he was like arching his back and really uncomfortable, but Harlow was both uncomfortable and vomiting. It looked like the whole feed, and he would vomit roughly 7 to 8 times after each feed. So I was just holding him up the whole day, wearing him the whole day, but even wearing him, he would just vomit all over my chest. And I was just telling them about the psychotic episode I had that night where I was cluster feeding.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know why I knew this, but you know, like they tell you to like breathe into a paper bag.
Yeah.
So I was like, I grabbed the doona and I threw it over Sarah's head.
I don't remember that at all.
And I was like, slow your breathing down, breathe. It would have looked like from an outsider perspective, I was trying to murder you or something.
I remember you saying slow your breathing down, but I don't remember you putting a
I put the doona over your head so you could get some, I don't know, carbon dioxide, I think.
And then you said this big prayer, and it was the first time we slept.
Yeah.
We slept for like 3 hours, and I was like, wow.
He's good, he's real.
So anyway, that was hard. And then after the cluster feeding week, literal week, it was the vomiting. And I have just cried every single day. Like when he's awake, he's screaming. We never see his eyes. He's either like awake and screaming, or he's feeding and then vomiting on me. So through the night, I'm like sitting up all night, keeping him upright, and even still, like he still vomits, but it's, once I put him down, it's like chaos, just vomit. Anyway, so I'm obviously like on Google every single feed. I'm looking up, does he have like an obstruction? Does he have like an open valve? What intolerance does he have? So yesterday it was like my breaking point. I was like, I have to act, 2 days ago, I was like, I have to action things for me to feel emotionally better and like I'm doing something to help this. So aside from like holding him upright and like letting my letdown out, so basically like when my milk starts coming out, I get him off my boob, I get a lot of the milk out because I have a really fast letdown that I feel like was choking him, put him back on, made no difference. So I ended up booking him into a pediatric chiropractor, which we're going to tomorrow. And then I got recommended a lactation specialist GP that I'm gonna see on Monday, not necessarily for her lactation specialization, but I think she'll be able to point me in the right direction of like a reflux specialist. However, I don't want to speak too soon. I had like this big prayer time yesterday and I was like, God, just like make it really obvious what I need to do, or like heal Harlow, and like I'm just hopefully being really faithful that this is what needed to happen, and like we had that turning point. But for the past 2 days, this is my 3rd day cutting dairy and garlic, and last night was the first night in his whole existence that he slept through the feeds. So he fed every like 2 to 3 hours, which is super normal, and had like normal spit ups, but no crazy vomiting. And like, I just feel like myself again. I cannot even tell you the dark place I was in the past 3 weeks. I was saying to my mum, like, I don't have postpartum depression because like I'm very aware of this, and like that's why I've been like talking about it on Instagram stories and calling my mom and talking to my friends and my sister who's just had a baby, because it's a very real thing and I didn't want to slip into it. But I was like, I can have moments of like happiness and I'm so content and happy with my 3 kids, but like situationally and like what was happening was almost unbearable. Like I could not function. Just the fact that that situation rectified for a night even, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just feel this weight off me. So praying that it is dairy and garlic or one or the other. So I'm just gonna stay off both for, I don't know, a while. I'm still gonna go to the chiropractor tomorrow and the GP and just like see what they say. Yeah, it's really been tough. And like I was saying to Kurt, like 2 to 3 kids is so crazy. Like I'm really struggling. I just didn't think it was going to be this hard. And he really did put it into perspective. He was like, no, I really think it's because of this reflux. Like 3 kids is going to be chaotic anyway, but it totally is. It's like all dependent on the temperament of your baby. And it's like, there's so much that's out of your control. And yeah, my boys have been awesome. They've been so gentle with him, but like they're busy kids. They want to go out and play. They want to go to the beach. They make a mess. And there was a lot of stimulation. And I'm just praying that we've turned a corner today and like this is the future of our life as a family of 5. But like, yeah, even like he had mucusy poos, he had all of the signs that like something isn't agreeing with him. So let's pray it is dairy and I can just be off dairy, because I really value breastfeeding so much for so many reasons. Like it's so beneficial for your baby and getting antibodies, and even just practically for our lifestyle. Like, I love breastfeeding my babies and like that bond we have, and you can go to the beach all day with the family and don't have to pack formula and all that. So I just like, I'm really passionate and motivated to like stick this breastfeeding out, because I breastfed Malachi for 17 months and it was so beautiful. I just loved it. I really loved it. And yeah, just being my last baby, I hope to have like a similar experience to that. So yes. Anyway, so that's basically what's been happening the past 3 weeks. You've caught me on a good day. I broke down on Insta stories yesterday and cried. But again, like, I don't say any of this for you guys to feel sorry for me. I think it's just like being really honest about what postpartum life can look like, because while some people experience the newborn bubble and they're so happy and like euphoric and they feel like the happiest they've ever been, and sometimes I have been through that, it can also look like this, or like You Should Have Met Me Yesterday, where you are crying all day and like anything sets you off and you just can't imagine living like this for the rest of your life, and like, when is it ever gonna get easier, and like you dread your baby waking up. And I think normalizing the different experiences in postpartum life makes you feel less alone, and I hope that if you're watching this and you've either been through this or you're about to have a baby, this normalizes whatever experience you have, because I know from experience it all tapers out. This is just a season, but when you're in it, it feels thick. The season feels thick, it feels heavy, it feels like it's never gonna end. But like mornings like today where I've had a little bit of sleep, I have that outside perspective where I'm like, okay, this is a season, like I can get through this. But when you're in it, it's really hard to have that kind of view of the situation. But anyway, Kurt's a dog and you're leaving me with 3 children.
Got to learn how to deal with it some stage.
I know, even mum was like, do you want me to come and help you? I was like, no, I need to practice.
I'm only gonna be gone for an hour. I've just got
No,
like
you
an
say
hour
that
and a
all
half.
the time. You say that all the time.
Well, they say it'll probably
this
be
is
2 hours of
classic
driving.
Classic
on the
Kurt.
side.
I'll be home in 15 minutes. I'm like, it takes you 15 minutes to get there. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Maybe 2 hours. Maybe 2 hours.
Here we go. Anyway, we've got groceries at the door, so we
Oh,
need to.
no.
Yeah.
No need.
Did you get the ball?
Yeah.
No. And here's me gonna get like a cool shot of like getting the
Nah,
groceries.
don't worry about that. Daddy's got it. You want to do it? Oh, okay. Sorry.
There we go. That's
Do this one. That one's heavy too. Yes, Malachi. Get it, Malachi. The big dog.
What are you doing?
cutting grapes.
Cutting grapes?
Yeah.
What do you want for Christmas?
I want a Christmas tree.
Do you want any presents for Christmas?
Yeah.
What do you want? You're just like your dad. Focus on one thing at a time, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave you to cut.
Bye-bye.
Bye. This is unseasonably calm and like really enjoyable at the moment and not the norm. Malachi, cutting grapes, eating grapes. Fox is upstairs playing Lego. Harlow is having a nap. I'm cleaning the house. Not how I anticipated my first time with the 3 boys at home to go. Because usually it's a lot more chaotic than this. God has his hand over my emotions right now. Let me tell you, because Mummy was on the verge of a nervous breakdown yesterday. Malachi, what do you think about that? Yeah. Hello, that was a good nap. Hello. You want some milk? It's okay. All right, I'm gonna give him 3 of these probiotic drops if I can get them in your mouth. You're okay. 1, 2, 1 more. 3. Good boy. What side did I feed this morning? This side. For those that care, basically I have a really fast letdown, so when my milk starts coming out, it's like projectile. It could literally hit the camera. So once it starts coming off, I take him off and I let some of it come out so it's like not shooting at the back of his throat. And I feel like that has also been helping not like let him intake air. What did
Screaming.
Who was screaming?
Yeah.
Baby, Harlow. Because he wants milky. Have you guys had your vitamins today? You haven't brushed your teeth? Mate. I'll finish feeding Harlow. We'll have your vitamins, we'll brush your teeth. And then when Dad comes home, we're going to put the Christmas tree up. And then also when I feed him, I kind of keep him like semi-upright as opposed to just like cradling him, just to let the milk go down and not return on him. Again, none of this was making an impact until whatever has changed, like that's made the impact, whether it's dairy, garlic, maybe soy, I don't know. Likely to be dairy because Kurt was also severely lactose intolerant as a baby, so it could be that. But I just pray that this continues because having a settled, happy baby changes the whole atmosphere and like energy of our household. Oh Lord, please just let it be dairy or garlic. Thank you for blessing us with a happy baby today and giving me sleep last night. Thank you so much. My goodness, this is the reality. Okay, hi. Just finished feeding again. Me and Fox were in here organizing his toys. I came out to check on Harlow and bring him into the room. He's about to lose it. And I've just seen this. Malachi, what the heck? Why did you do that?
I got cream.
No, that's not cream. That's yogurt, Bubby.
Okay.
Well, you need to get in the you need to get in the bath now.
Okay.
All right, you got to wash it all off, okay? Good boy. Good boy. Oh my gosh. Just as I was like, oh my gosh, like the boys are being so good. This is so easy. Malachi's never done that before. Like that is like, I would expect that from Fox. Like Fox is like our prankster, silly. Wow. At least Harlow is being chill. All right, let's go get you changed. Again, it's not even lunchtime. Foxy, where are we?
We're at the haircut shop.
I wasn't going to vlog this because I just found it too overwhelming with the 3 boys. I didn't want to bring the camera, but we ended up getting this Christmas photo. Like we walked past Santa and no one was lining up, so we were like, we'll do it. And now we're doing an impromptu barber cut. Fox is very into his, what is it? Like self-maintenance.
Yeah.
Very into self-maintenance. Okay, show us your before. I chime in with a haven't you? Well, stunning. Look at you guys. Turn around, let me see the back. Wow.
It's the next day.
It's the next day. You want to show them your new haircuts? Stunning. Your hair looks gorgeous. Let's make snack plates for the boys. Let's keep the knives in the drawer. Wait, I need to get plates out. Boys, the chaos. Why don't you guys go over there, do the puzzle, and then we'll get ready to do the Christmas tree. Second night in a row that Harlow slept through the feeds, like fed every 2 to 3 hours and then slept in between. Day 4 of no dairy, garlic, soy, and I maybe haven't had onion. He's getting the Christmas tree. Okay. We're ready for a nap. This is literally a snack plate of leftovers.
No way! Who made this?
Me.
Good job. Talented.
Thank you so much.
Baking.
This is turkey, bub. Cucumber.
Who made this one, Mom?
Oh, I bought that one.
Look at all these.
Foxy's going through our Christmas stuff. Is this Fox last year, Malachi last year, and Mummy's last year?
This is mine.
Love it. Do you want to come up and have your snack plate? Fox, you have your own. You have your own. Guys, does everybody need a little sleep today?
No.
I'll sleep with you. Okay, I may as well do this outro / update now. I've been honestly unable to even update you or close out this vlog. It has been nearly 3 weeks since I started this vlog. Like since everything you've seen, it's been 3 weeks. If you've followed me on Instagram stories, like you already know what's been going on, and I don't even know where to start. Basically, in this vlog, you saw me say, I'm pretty sure we've worked out like what's going on with Harlow. We didn't. We absolutely didn't. Things went from bad to worse, and yeah, if I'm being completely honest, I have been in the darkest time of my life. I have never felt emotions that I felt in the past 7 weeks. I'm nearly 7 weeks postpartum now. This has just been the most challenging season of my life, which is crazy to think, even with my experience with Malachi as a newborn and in hospital and him not breathing, like this experience has just been overwhelming. It's the level and the severity of Harlow's reflux with having 2 other kids to manage at home, and like my kids are very boisterous and energetic, and I have not slept. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say that I slept for 45 minutes last night, and that has been the norm. And now I have some form of like anxiety induced insomnia because Harlow just keeps vomiting in the night and you cannot put him down. Like, he is on you 24/7. I think my body has like learned just to like stay awake or be in the lightest level of sleep so I can hear Harlow like grunt or move, and then he vomits and I can get up and pick him up, and I am in this constant state of fight or flight or whatever. But I have so much to update you on in terms of like what the past particularly 2 weeks have looked like. There have been a lot of changes, a lot of avenues I've gone down to try to work out what's going on with his reflux. So if you have suggestions of what to do, just wait till the next video, because I'm honestly just going to do a sit down chat and give you a full open, honest and raw life update, because like we haven't even this is the least of my worries. But just like in this vlog, my plan was to do like a little Christmas vlog and put up our Christmas tree. We haven't even finished that. Like, we got halfway through our Christmas tree and like we just don't have the capacity to be living life at all at the moment. Like, I just started crying this morning. I cry basically all day, every day. But I cried this morning and I said to Kurt, like, everything around us is crumbling. Like, the lack of sleep and the level of care Harlow needs, like the 24/7 sitting up, patting him, changing his clothes because he vomits so much, is Kurt's not working, hardly working, I'm not working, I can't be there for Fox and Malachi, I can't eat hardly anything because of this elimination diet, I have no energy. I'm a bit frazzled and sweaty now because Kurt encouraged me to go on a little walk to see if it helps me sleep tonight. I don't know, like the vitamin D or whatever. But yeah, basically I am surviving, not thriving. I'm not enjoying this newborn season. I feel very blessed to have my 3 beautiful boys, and one day I will get to enjoy them and soak them up. And it's a really sad reality. But anyway, I could just keep going. I'm going to fully update you in the next video. I don't know when that will be. Hopefully I can like make something next week. But yep. Not the way I anticipated this vlog to end, but as we know, I've been on here for 11 years. I'm keeping it real, and this is what's going on at the moment, and I'm just not loving life. Anyway, I'm gonna go feed my baby. Bye.